Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Rex. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Trying not to choke to death on all this pollen.
Oh, yes, the pollen's
Yes.
really, really bad right now. Um, hey, Joan, how are you? What was, Sue is out tonight, so she's not going to be here, but Rex is here, and we're going to have a Q&A, just as quick as everybody gets over here. I know everybody was over there watching Spackle because I was too, and Rex and I were talking about it backstage, and he had no idea what I was talking about when I mentioned the names that were in the stream that she was had doing commentary on. So he's going to go over there after this or when he gets time and watch the replay of that, which I think he's going to find very hilarious, to be honest. But what have you been up to today, Rex? What have you done? I know you're a
Uh,
farmer.
yeah, but I would had the day off today. So,
Oh,
yeah.
so did you just kick around the house?
Yep. I just kicked around the house, did a
Awesome.
little bit of stuff out in the yard until I couldn't breathe anymore, and then I came back inside.
Oh, it's so bad. It is
Oh
so
yeah,
bad
snot
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah, my
Yes.
lungs was rattling. Yeah, it was. I was out there for about an hour, hour and a half, and then it
Right.
got to.
Oh gosh, yeah. So Jones said, I'm good, ready to listen. Yes, Speckle has some good points to make. It's such a petty game they are playing. Drama on a loop. Absolutely. Absolutely, Joan. So I don't know. Are they still over there, Joan? I see we've got four people watching. So if you're watching to see if anybody's going to talk about you, it's not going to happen. Um, we are simply here. We made a new friend. Hey, KCG. Um, so we have a new friend, Rex, who I hope will come up with us whenever he wants to. He's more than welcome to. And we're just going to have a Q&A with him tonight. So waiting to see. I'm so interested in your background, your military background. That just fascinates me. Now, I had a brother that retired from the Navy.
Oh,
So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, he retired about 2 years ago. He went to both of the Gulf Wars. Um,
oh, okay.
yeah, he was a medic in the
Oh,
Navy, so he was on. He was up there on the front lines, but he didn't do any fighting because that he was attending to soldiers that had gotten, of course, hurt or whatever. Hey Mo, um, but yeah, he was in the Navy, retired several years ago, and he is an assistant eye surgeon in Jacksonville, Florida now, and that's from the schooling he got when he was in the Navy. So yeah,
cool.
yeah, it was pretty cool. No, I know that you have got to have a question because she and I had talked earlier today. I just can't remember what she wanted to ask. Um, KCG, I'm just wrapping up turning in semester grades and likely to crash soon. Oh, I imagine so, KCG. I imagine so. I'd be crashing too. So, when did you go in to the Army? That's what you were in, right? The Army, yeah.
Yeah.
When did you go in?
Um, let's see, 8 years. I got out in 2001. Uh, Probably not long after high school. I took like a year.
Oh,
Then,
yeah,
yeah. So,
yeah. So, have you ever seen action like war action? Have you ever
oh
been?
yes,
Have you?
yes,
Um, it's
brutal.
scary.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's brutal.
Hmm.
There's that
Yeah.
old saying, "All is fair in love and war." That
Right.
is absolutely true.
Wow. That scares me to death.
Well,
Um. Oh,
um,
okay.
yeah.
So she's watching the videos of the orb circling MH370, and then it poofs into a black hole. I have no idea what they were talking about. Do you know what she's talking about?
I think that might be a reference to something in space.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know all the MH. I don't know all the numbers. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
I do know a lot about astronomy. But there's so many galaxies with so many different names and numbers and
Uh-huh.
designations that yeah, I can't keep it all in my head. No.
So what about UFOs? What do you think about UFOs? Because I know that's tied to government. I mean, they talk about that with government too
Well,
and
yeah.
stuff. So, what do you think about UFOs? Do you feel like they're real, or do you feel like it's just a made up bunch of shit?
Well, uh, hmm, how can I put this without? It's possible that there are aliens coming here. Now, whether they're coming here from a long way away in this universe or they're time traveling to get here.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're like from the future. Could be us from the future coming back to see where we went wrong.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
I was
That's
talking,
crazy.
well, I was talking about this with somebody last week.
Uh huh.
How would we even know if there was a time traveler that went back and changed something? How would we even know? The time traveler would know. Doctor Who would know he had changed something,
Right.
but nobody else would know.
No.
Or was I talking about that with you the other day?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's probably somebody else.
Yeah. No, but I mean that's interesting. I think KCG is saying that you've got a very smooth voice. She's enjoying it.
Ooh, well, hello there. How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
I did work as a DJ for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. Okay, Moby's throwing some stuff out here. Flight MH370.
Oh, a flight.
Uh-huh. Interdimensional. And then she says Mandela effect.
Okay.
So she's smart.
Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't really tell you.
Uh-huh.
It could have skipped through a dimension.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness. So I'm not sure what flight MH370 was.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I do. Okay, because I thought she might be when I first saw it, but no, it wasn't interdimensional. But like the flight from 9/11 that hit out in Pennsylvania, supposedly,
Uh huh.
um, there. I've heard reports and had people tell me, and this just may be because of what we were talking about before, conspiracy theories, but that there was no wreckage of a plane out there was no luggage out there, and there were no dead bodies out there.
Well,
Yeah. So did you? Oh my gosh, she's telling me she sent me the video. I don't guess I watched it, Moby. You've sent me so much I don't remember. Oh dear. I need to
all
get
that
past
went
it.
down. I got out in February of 2001, and
Uh
then
huh.
all that shit happened about 6 months later. So
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what actually was ordered, but I did warn them before I left. I said, "Look, somebody's planning something big," and they just
Yeah.
kind of, they either already knew or they just kind of blew me off because I was only a sergeant at the
Oh
time.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The brass knows best. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like they knew, at this point, I feel like they knew, um, because if you were picking up on something going to happen, then, oh God, we know that the higher ups had to be picking up, knew about it too, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it just wasn't, you know, one person that knew about it. Yeah, Moby said, yeah, they knew. I believe they did too.
Mhm.
100%. I almost feel like, unless it's just some wacko that goes out and does something on their own to kind
Oh
of
yeah.
like after something big happens. I don't think they know about stuff like that. But just like the thing down there in um, New Orleans, that we talked about that the other night. We did on air that was a distraction from
Hmm.
all of the what do you call them things? Oh God, the things that were flying in the air that everybody was picking
Oh,
up on.
yeah.
Yeah,
The stuff from New York and New
yeah,
Jersey. Yeah.
and
Now, to my eyes, they look like some type of drone that they were
right,
just testing.
yeah.
So,
But why wouldn't they just have told us that? I mean, on the media, they were talking about it like they didn't know what it was either, right?
yeah.
So why wouldn't
Well,
if it was just something that simple? Why would they have not told us about it?
because it's classified.
Yeah,
Huh.
but I mean, we're seeing that stuff. Do they not think, ever since 9/11, people get scared,
Oh, yeah.
okay, if they see hundreds of drones or however many it was flying here and flying there and doing this weird stuff. People get scared of that kind of stuff now, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and people are always hyper vigilant when they step foot outside their homes now. Um, I live in a very, very small town in Alabama,
Hmm.
and and there was a plane like a couple weeks ago flying over the house, and then it'd go back, and then over the house, and then it'd go back. And so I thought, what the hell is going on? So I went out there, and it kept doing it, and it doesn't. It was real close. I mean, it was real low, so I could make out the whole plane. There were not any markings on this plane that would have said this is a plane from the police department looking for marijuana growing out in the field. This was not a plane that had medical stuff on it. So I don't know what it was. I filmed part of it and showed my daughter and stuff. But it went on for like 15 minutes and then it was gone. So,
Hmm.
yeah, um, I didn't know what it was. So it was kind of weird, especially for this area. We have an airport, a little bitty rinky dink airport, but that's not what this was about either. I mean, they weren't lost. They let a balloon fly across the whole country and did nothing.
Oh, yeah. That Chinese balloon. Yeah.
Announced it was a spy balloon. They test our reaction. Was it a spy balloon, Rex?
It was something from China that, yeah, it had some kind of instrumentation on it. And after it done flew across the country, they shot it down over the Atlantic and went and got whatever it was. But that was the last we heard of it. Well, we don't know what
Yes.
was carried.
Yeah. 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 I heard today. I was watching news a little bit, and I heard one of the commentators say that the Chinese have been stealing our technology for years. Um, and I'm just wondering if that's true. It's just a commentator saying it, but is it that, or is it that they're so far advanced, um, so much more advanced than what we are? Because I hear people say the Chinese have got this and this and this, and we don't have that stuff yet. We get it eventually, but why would they be stealing our technology if they are so far advanced than what we are?
Well,
I mean,
it's probably both. They want to know what we know, and we want to know what they know. So
mhm,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Hey, Charla, good to see you. Um, we're just shooting the shit. Have you got any questions for Clockwork for Rex? It's easier to say.
yeah.
So,
Well, Rex is my actual nickname since
oh,
I was
okay,
a kid. Yeah. So,
okay.
and Clockwork is from a Clockwork Orange. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Uh-uh,
Yeah,
no,
it's a pretty messed up movie, but it's a even more messed up book. It's a
gotcha.
Kubrick. It's a Kubrick movie, like The Shining, in 2001. And, excuse me. But yeah,
Oh,
Kubrick made it. Stanley Kubrick.
oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, Charlotte. I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. I sure am. If you see it in a movie, we already have it. Oh yeah, listen, Mo B knows all movies. I'm telling you, and she knows all music. I mean, she's a little bit older than what I am. See, here she goes singing in the rain. Bam.
Damn. Yeah, that's from Clockwork Orange. Yeah.
Yeah. So see, I told you, she she knows it all. I mean, she knows it all. I can't ever get her on nothing.
Yeah.
Ever. No. Singing in the rain. Bam. She said it again. Oh gosh. Oh, it's a scary movie. Is it? See, I don't do horror.
Oh, it's
So,
like okay, here's a little bit of a spoiler. It's like we've colonized the moon and the earth. I
uh-huh.
mean, not the moon and Mars, and the people left on Earth are like the dregs of society.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
one of those kinds. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Charlotte says she was talking about all the Big Brother type stuff being scary. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. If you think they cannot hack your phone, you're wrong. If you
I
think they cannot
yeah.
turn your camera on your phone or on your TV, if you got one on your TV, you're wrong.
Wow. So even like the camera that's here on this laptop,
Yeah, they can
they can
hack that
turn it
too.
off.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
Yep.
see, I keep my laptop closed when I'm not using it. I keep my cell phone turned, flipped over. Um, but I don't think they're gonna hack somebody like me. Okay.
No, no.
Yeah.
If you ain't a person of interest, they don't really care.
Yeah. I'm not interesting.
Yeah,
So
me neither.
I know some people that they could look in on. So there's that. But somebody was tripping on that movie. Moby said. So that may mean something to you. Uh,
Oh, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was tripping when he made all his movies. I mean, if you watch any of them.
yeah, I know. Be careful what you search on Google.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about as far as the government goes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be dumb like all these people that you see on true crime things that like, they've been convicted of killing their parents or they've been convicted of killing their spouse or whatever. It seems like every one of them get on their computer and say how to kill a person. I mean, really, they search for that. And then, of course, the first thing that people do when you're getting arrested is come in and get all your electronics,
Yep.
and search them. So they wouldn't find anything like that on mine. I just don't search stuff like that. I'm not a dumbass. So some
Well,
people might argue, but anyway, go ahead, Rex.
no, I was just gonna say the only thing that would be questionable on my computer is, do you remember Napster?
Yes.
Okay. I've got like 700 songs that I downloaded off of Napster back in the day.
Oh my God, still?
Oh no, it's back then. I've just kept them.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
Hey, it took me 20 minutes to download a song over dial up. I'm not throwing it away.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know. I remember.
You'd
Oh
hear
my God.
the words and
Yeah,
the beeps and the clicks, and yeah.
yeah. When I remember when 9/11 happened, we had dial up,
Mm.
and I got involved in one of those groups, a 9/11 group. Just it was mainly a bunch of women just talking, like 100 women talking about what we were going through and all that stuff, and talking about 9/11, what we were seeing on the news and stuff like that. And I made some good friendships in there too. But I remember every time I'd go to get on the computer, when I'd come in from work, it was like, nah, nah, nah. And I thought,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And now that seems so outdated, right?
Oh yeah.
So, uh, what is LimeWare? She said she misses LimeWire.
LimeWire was like Napster. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that one.
Well,
Um,
yeah, that was laden with viruses. The LimeWire was.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Now,
Napster was made by college kids to
yeah,
s- to share music. So,
yeah. I got a lot of music off of there too. I mean, that was the greatest thing, right?
oh yeah.
Back in the day. So, yeah, that's what we did. And it was a lot of fun. I wonder where Trixie is. Trixie, are you up there on the roof listening? I haven't seen her online too much today, so she's a lot of fun too. Um, so I kind of interested. I just was really, interested in what you did when you were in the service, and the things that you saw, how you went up in rank. I mean, you were in there for 8 years, and you went from what is it called when you first go
Buck
in? You're
private. It's called a buck private.
a butt or buck.
Buck. You have
Okay,
no stripe. Yeah, I went in
okay,
like that. Yeah.
okay. And
Then you
how
get
long did it take you to get up there?
I had my first stripe in about 3 months.
Oh wow.
So I was a private,
Uh
and
huh.
then uh, well, let me start at the end. When I they gave me sergeant first class
Uh huh.
3 months before I left to
Uh
try to
huh.
get me to stay, and I was like, no,
Oh okay.
no, yeah. So it took about 8 years to get there.
Yeah. And you didn't want to stay wide. Were you disgruntled with the service at that point in time? And um,
Oh no, not really. I
were you
wouldn't
not?
trade the experiences I had in the army for anything.
Right.
They
Yeah.
weren't all great,
I'm
but
sure.
yeah, I got to see a lot of the world, and
Yeah.
I was in Japan, and I was in Korea, and I was in the Middle East for a while.
Ooh.
I went to Germany, went to the UK, went to Scotland. Had an actual, real, honest to goodness haggis when I went to Scotland. I liked it. I liked it. Everybody else didn't. But
Oh wow. Oh man. Well, yeah. I guess to get to travel and do stuff like that's amazing. But um, I'm also thinking about it's so volatile. You know,
oh yeah,
right
oh,
now in other countries. Like the Middle East, there's no way in heck that I would ever go to the Middle East, ever. Ever.
well, I had to go.
Yeah, I know. I
Orders.
know. Yeah,
But yeah, that place has been at war with itself for 5,000 years at least.
right.
So
Yeah.
we're not going to go in there and stop it.
No, we're not. You're right. I mean, they're going to continue to fight. So,
Mhm.
um, if they're fighting amongst themselves, just let them. You know,
Yeah.
nobody's going to be able to stop it. My friend John was a lifer. He just retired from DHS. He was Special Forces. His wife never knew where he was going. Yeah, I can imagine. Um, oh wow, that's crazy. Um, and then Germany. I guess is Germany's kind of. Oh my gosh, he was a hostage in the Middle East. She says.
Ooh.
Yeah, and see that's what I'd be afraid of. I'd be because I mean, let's face it, in the Middle East they hate Americans.
Oh yeah.
Period. So there's no way I could go there, especially with this hillbilly accent that I have.
Yeah.
They'd pick me up real quick. Real quick. There's no way you can deny the fact that, I'm an American. So I mean I wish I could talk different, but I just can't. People make fun of it too. So
Oh sure. I heard
anyway,
it all the time when I was in basic. They're like, "What? Where are you from, boy?" And I was like,
really?
"Yeah."
Really? Because to me, you've got the voice of just a um, like somebody that you would hear on the radio, or like you said, you were a um,
DJ. Yeah,
DJ for a while and stuff, and that's the kind of voice you have to me. And like, I can't pick out where you're from the way you talk.
fair enough.
Yeah, I can't, but I can pick out somebody, if they're from the New England states, or like over in Philadelphia or something like that, or
A Boston.
yeah, or Boston, or somebody like my dad was originally from St. Joseph, Michigan. So, but they've got a real strong accent. Um, Northerners do. To me, they do. And like when I would ever go up there to visit my grandparents and my aunts and uncles, they would want me to sit and talk to them for hours because, I'm a little hillbilly from Alabama. So,
Fair enough.
yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
there was this one guy from New York in basic, and he was like on me all the time for my accent. And then I just learned to copy his accent. So you're from Brooklyn? Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, and I just threw it right back at him.
oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh my, that's funny. Um, he was a hostage in the Middle East shortly after we were in Desert Storm. Huh. Yeah.
Oh,
Um, so I was telling you earlier that my brother, retired from the military, and he
mhm.
went to both of the Gulf Wars. So he would not talk about it that much, but he would talk about it a little. He just kind of would be talking and he'd just say something, Um, but I think the thing that sticks out with me the most that he ever told me was that he treated um, Afghans, Afghanistan people, Afghans, I think is what they
Yeah,
call them, but where they had been tortured by their own people,
yeah.
like trying to get information out of them with power tools like drills, and they would go through their ankles and they would go through their kneecaps, elbows, shoulders, anywhere that there was joints and stuff, trying to get punish them or whatever for whatever they had done, or to get information out of them because maybe they saw them talking to somebody or something, or they were trying to um, get out of there or whatever. But that's the only thing that he really, really, really said about that, about any of his experiences over there. So um, it's sad, and it's
It is.
sad the way the government treats our veterans. Um, I've been watching a lot of on YouTube a bunch of how severe the homelessness crisis is in America today and other countries, but especially since 9/11 happened, and to know that we have got veterans that are out there on these streets that are homeless, uh, in a wheelchair or whatever, that just
I know.
makes me angry, you know?
Well, does me too. And the VA, the Veterans Administration, they're not worth a damn. They are not. And if you go to a VA hospital, you better make it an all day thing, and then they'll see you for 5 minutes, and then you just wasted all day for them to say, "Oh, you'll be okay. Go take an aspirin or something dumb like that."
Yeah, how do they get away with that? Um, I just don't see how they get away with stuff like that. I mean, why do we turn our not we, but the government and the people that should be taking care of veterans, why do they turn their backs on them? I don't get it.
It costs money. It costs money. That's what it all boils down to.
Oh God, that infuriates me. To see a government official stand up there and salute the military, the active military right now, to salute them or to praise them or whatever, and then to know that after they've gone and they fought in a war or something and they come home and they're paralyzed or they've lost a limb, or they can't work a regular job anymore, and you're expecting the government to take care of them and they don't and they fail them. I mean, that's just a whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
The link is at the top of the chat, but I can give it to her again. Hold on just a second. Um, it makes me sick. I just don't understand
Uh-huh.
why we do that. Um,
It's it's disposable hero syndrome.
wow.
They send you over there to do the job. You do the job, and you come back, and then they forget about you.
Yeah, I don't. Mm-mm. I just want to. I just there's the link, Alice. Um, it just makes me so mad. I just. I mean, I can't even say any words right now. Just thinking about it.
I know. I
I mean,
know.
I'm gonna start doing once a week a thing, a stream on the homeless that's all over the country, but I
Yeah.
think I would particularly like to focus on the veterans, you know,
Hmm.
and
Well, that's good.
I think even we're a small group, but I think even if you get like-minded people together, I think we can make a change, or we can be a voice, or we can do something. We have to be able to, you know.
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't see why we can't. Where is she? Where is Alice? I dropped the link, but it's also pinned at the top of the chat. Um, so let's see. Let's go over some comments here. Oh, that says, "Come on in, Alice." Yeah. Fred was a Vietnam. Oh yeah, Vietnam. That's a
Oh, that was.
whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
Joan,
at
I
least.
didn't know that. Her
Well, at
husband.
least we were smart enough to get the hell out of Vietnam. We're still in Afghanistan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Russia tried to take over Afghanistan, and they got their asses handed to them.
Yeah.
So they took their toys and went home, which is
Right.
what we need to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry if I screamed in your ear, but
Mm,
that's true.
you're
We
fine.
need to be out of there. I don't understand why we're not out of there.
I don't either.
Um,
Really don't.
they're right, and we trained Afghanistan. Yeah. So
Hmm.
let them fight their own. It took 15 years to get out of Vietnam. Yeah. And
Well, yeah, yeah.
I've never understood that. I've never understood what that was all about. Um, Never. And I was alive then. So I just don't understand what it was about. Poppies. Poppies. Mm.
Poppies. Oh, that's Afghanistan. That's what they get an opiate from. The
Oh,
poppy plant.
they
Yeah,
give
that's
it
it.
to them?
No, they grow it. They grow the poppy plants, and then they harvest the. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay, you know they always talked about milk of the poppy.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's heroin or yeah, opium or whatever. They get
Yeah.
it all from the poppy plant.
So America's harvesting it, or
Well,
who's harvesting this stuff?
um, the Afghan people.
Oh, our soldiers are guarding the fields, oh Moby says.
Hmm.
Wow. And Jones, we don't learn from history. I agree.
Oh
You
no,
know,
we don't. No.
yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Charlotte said it was insane to stay over there for decades. It is. Bring them home. uh, bring them home. Bring them home. And hold on. There's a good documentary on Netflix on Vietnam. Our men were addicted in Vietnam, huh? Our
Oh
men
yeah.
were. They got addicted to stuff. Is that what? Hey,
Oh no.
Bliss. Hi, Bliss Chris. We're here with Clockwork Rex. We just call him Rex for short.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I get that. That's probably why I drink too much now, is
Oh,
because I will wake up in like a cold sweat from a dream of some shit that I did and that I don't talk about and try to
right.
forget, but it'll creep back into my dream.
Yeah, I
It's
get
like I'm
that.
there all over again.
Oh, that's horrible. It's horrible. But
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
I drink beer and I smoke pot, and I'm dealing with it the best I can. But
right.
yeah, there's lasting mental scars on people. You were
Yeah.
talking about PTSD. Yeah, they used to call it shell shock,
Uh huh.
but they softened the language.
So, um, have you ever reached out for help? Have you ever not like to friends or whatever, but like have you reached out to get help when you came back from over there?
Um, no, not
Like,
right when I came back. No.
okay. So, do you just use a regular doctor? You don't go to the VA, I'm going to assume.
Oh no, I don't go to the doctor unless I'm seriously hurt.
Okay.
There's a clinic right down the road. I'll break an arm or break a finger or stick a nail through
Yeah.
my hand. Or, yeah,
Joan
but
said
yeah,
she can relate to that, Rex. It will get better with time, but it's a slow process.
yeah.
Uh,
Time doesn't heal all wounds.
right.
It
Yeah.
just there's some that time doesn't heal at all.
Yeah.
So
I can imagine. No, I'm going to take that back. I cannot imagine um, things that anybody has seen over there, that's at war, and the things that, you had to do or whatever. But I just wish that it was easier for you to like make peace with it, so it would quit creeping up in your dreams. So you didn't feel the need to, self medicate because then kind of that'll just get you into a vicious cycle.
oh yeah,
Um, and that's, see, that's so sad. And that's what, that's like the veterans that are out on the street, you know, they're having to beg for something to eat or whatever. And,
yes,
they're probably going through hell mentally, physically, I mean, every which way, you know. Um,
you're not wrong.
yeah, and it's sad, even to hear your story. What little bit of your story that we know. Yeah, Moby, we cope the best we can. That's true, but even to hear your story is just, it breaks my heart. I just, I hate it that you come back um, with those feelings. You know,
Well,
um, the guy that was the sniper, the
oh, I know who
excellent.
you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, he's dead now because somebody killed him. Somebody here, that he was trying to teach how to shoot, shot him and killed him. But
Yeah, I remember that.
I
Yeah,
wonder, I'm sure I've watched that movie, but of course, a movie's a movie. I just wonder, I mean, because he had a lot of, I mean, he was a trained sniper. So
oh yeah,
they called him when he knew when he was going out, he was fixing to kill somebody, you know. Um, and if you're at war, yeah, it was horrific, Mo. Um, like my brother, like I said, was a medic, so he didn't even carry a weapon, but he had the Marines, that were around these tent hospital things, whatever. And so they were protecting them, but that scared me so bad, to know that he couldn't even carry a weapon. I mean, he's here. He never got shot or anything, but the mental stuff plagued, him
Oh
too.
yeah, I'm
He
sure he
has a
saw a bunch worse than I ever saw.
he
So,
saw a lot. Yeah, he
yeah.
saw a lot. But that I mean, you don't compare.
Mm-mm.
Your demons are and his demons are his demons, right?
Mm.
And I just wish nobody had any at all.
Well,
So, um, that's why Americans are tired of supporting the war machine. Exactly, Moby. Yeah, because we don't take care of the people that we've brought back that are still living. Um, and it's a shame. It's a shame.
it
Like
is.
I'm sure you could use you know you could use help. Um, my brother could use help. Anybody's family that's hearing this chat right now, or that knows anybody, they all could use help. Oh, I'm getting off on a tangent right now, and I didn't want to do that. So
Oh, well, that's fair. I mean, you're not wrong.
I
We
know.
don't get we once you. It's easier to join the army or any branch of the military, really, than
Uh
it
huh.
is to get out
Wow.
of the military. Yeah, you're like trash after you get out. They don't even.
Yeah. Say that's so bad. Do you draw a pension from the military of any kind?
Not yet. I'm
Not
not old
yet,
enough yet.
but you'll be able to. Why do you mean you're not old enough? You served our country for 8 years. Why do you have to wait till you get a certain age? Bullshit.
I don't know. It's kind of like the retirement thing. So yeah,
Mm-mm, that's bullshit.
I know.
Uh, Moby said her husband was a munitions expert and he wouldn't talk about it, and he was stationed in Germany during Vietnam. Mm. Charla says that her uncle was the same way. He never would talk about Nam. Um, Nam, Moby was telling me the other night that when our military and people and whatever went into Nam, they had no idea what they were getting into.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so I've never understood even what that was about. Mm-mm, never. I know there's a lot of people that were against that. So at that time, I wasn't old enough. Um, and so I didn't understand it, but I knew it was bad. So what can we do, Rex? What could we do as a little bitty small group? What could we do? Because I mean, every time I see a veteran or whatever, I thank them for their service, but that ain't shit, you know?
oh yeah, I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but you
Right,
don't have to thank me for serving
right,
because it wasn't all unicorn farts and popcorn. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I knew what I was signing up for, mostly.
Uh huh.
So
So what do we do now? What do we?
just
You're back here, so what do we do? You know,
we just raise awareness of it as much as we can, get it out there, talk
okay,
about it. You know,
yeah, yeah, that sounds good. Because we can do that. We can do that. We can talk. I can talk a lot.
well,
Um, but I think that's something we're really going to start doing. Like I'm gonna find um where it's got the vets and stuff that are homeless and stuff, and we're gonna show that. And we're gonna share that. And I think if we keep doing that, that we can build up on that, and we can get more people involved and do something. I think somebody's got to advocate, right?
yeah, exactly.
Somebody's got to advocate for them. And we've got like just a few people we've got in here right now, like Charlotte, Moby, and Joan have all got family members, husbands, ex-husbands, uncles that were in the military that, you know, were done wrong. So I think we can be a huge advocate. Yes, Moby. Instead of wasting our energy on other stupid things that are going on right now, we need to advocate for our veterans. Yes, and that's what we're going to do. I'm so glad that we have met Rex and he has shared with us his just a little bit of his military background. I want to ask a question that's totally off the subject of military. What do you farm? Do you have cows? Do you grow crops?
All of
Uh,
it.
do you grow marijuana? I mean, are you in the
Well, I mean,
state?
I could technically I could grow marijuana in the state of Virginia
Oh, okay,
because it's
okay,
legal here. But
yeah.
yeah, I work with cows and I work with goats and sheep and chickens.
Oh,
I farm whatever they're planting. Usually it's pumpkins
oh,
because
wow.
we'll ship them all off up and down the East Coast for Halloween.
Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, I'd love to work with animals. My son has some cattle, and he has some goats. Goats,
Hey,
and
never turn your back on a goat. It will headbutt you either in the knees, it'll take you out in at the knees, or it hit you in the small of your back with its
uh,
head. So
yeah.
yeah, don't
Uh,
turn your back on the goat.
right. Moby said, Virginia, hey neighbor. Um,
No, hey.
yeah, she's in. Well, I'll let her tell you. I don't know if she wants me to say
Oh,
that
they had a dairy
publicly.
farm. That is 3 times a day, 7 days a week. You got to milk them cows, or their udders will rupture.
Oh
I worked
wow.
on a dairy farm for a while, and after about 3 months, I was like, no, this is
Okay.
too much like work. Yeah.
Here's where Moby's from. So y'all are
Oh,
neighbors
yes.
for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
She lives way up there in the mountains in West Virginia. She
Yeah.
lives all alone way up there in the mountains. Okay, so Joan loves goats. I love goats, all farm animals, long history of farmers in my family. Dairy farmers never get a break. Yeah.
They do not.
Neither do the people that have the the chicken things, where they harvest the eggs and
Oh,
send
yeah.
them off, you have to do that 3 times a day too.
Hmm.
Go in there and run those belts and gather those eggs. Yeah, because my daughter's husband's grandmother used to run 3 of those things. Were what do they call those? Ugh, it's not a chicken coop. It's those big long metal buildings, and they have the chickens
Oh, I
in
know
them.
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
They
and
got them in cages and shit. Yeah.
no, in that building, and then there's a rolling belt that you turn on, and the chickens lay the eggs at these things, and they fall down in there and fall on this belt, and you gather them, and they'll have chicken shit. Sometimes a chicken snake will come out on that belt, and that's when I used to hit the door running because I wasn't screwing with no snake.
Right.
Nope, nope,
Conveyor
nope,
belt.
nope.
That's what you're a
Yeah,
conveyor.
conveyor
Yeah.
belt. Oh, okay. Moby's on top of the mountain. She had breeder chickens, and my gram had chickens too. I'll never forget those sights or smells. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, nasty. My great grandfather had a chicken coop like you were talking about.
right.
It wasn't metal; it was a wood chicken coop. But yeah, that place was nasty.
Yes, yes. And then you have to go in there at least once a day, usually twice a day, because the chickens will die,
Yeah.
and so you have to go in there and get the dead chickens out, and then they put them in this big tall thing like a silo, but it's not as tall as the silo. And
Hmm.
once a week they burn them, right?
Yeah.
And it was the worst smell ever. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it's awful, awful. Um, it was horrible. My grandpa told me stories about World War II, but not until the end of his life. Yeah. I'm sure that they just, veterans don't want to talk about it. I get it. You know, I was so excited when my brother came back. I thought, oh, I'm going to get to hear all about it. Nope, nope, nope. And I didn't understand why. I do now because, they say such horrible things. So, um, ah, Moby. Oh, God, this is funny. It only takes 500 roosters to service 5,000. Oh, my God. Okay. Uh, oh, Lord. Yeah, we get a little bit crude around here every once in a while. Oh, God. Joan is dead now. Um, so whatever happened to Alice? Like, maybe she's messaged me on my phone, but I don't check my phone. I can't do two things. Oh, yep. She. Oh, did she want me to drop her a link in? Oh dear. So, she wanted me to give her the link right here. Let me see if I can. So,
Well, yeah, Moby lives in West Virginia in the mountains, and I live in the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. So we probably get a lot of the same
uh,
weather. Yeah.
that's where she lives in the Oh wait, she lives in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because she's told me about it a
Beautiful.
lot.
Yeah.
Mm,
In the spring, summer, and fall, it's beautiful here. Now, winter, that's a whole different. Yeah. Last winter was rough.
what's it?
Yeah.
Oh, last winter was rough.
Yeah.
Um, so, but you weren't affected by any of the hurricanes and stuff
Yes,
that
I
were so.
was.
Were
It
you
rolled
really?
right over. Yeah, it rolled right over top of me. We
Really?
lost power for 4 days where I was at. 4 days.
Oh my God.
Everything in the fridge went bad. If it wasn't in a can, then yeah, you better throw it out because it's done gone bad.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
Oh man.
I sat around here in the dark for 4 damn days and in the quiet, except for my
Oh.
little portable radio I had.
Oh. That's rough. That would have been so. Oh no 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 no. I remember when Katrina hit down in New Orleans and stuff,
Hmm.
and I am in the northwest corner of Alabama, right?
Hmm.
And we were without power and stuff for 13 days from the
Shoot.
winds and the rain and stuff that we had in tornadoes from that. Yeah, way up here, way up here. So yeah, I guess y'all were affected. Hey
Yeah.
JJ. Oh my goodness, there's JJ. Good to see you. I'm so happy you're here. Can't stay, but I wanted to box. Oh, thank you, JJ. Happy Mother's Day, she said. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Is JJ a mom? I think she is, isn't she? Happy Mother's Day, JJ. Wow. Um. Oh, I'm so glad you dropped by, JJ. So yeah, that was interesting. Alice had wanted me to drop her a link in a chat, so I did. I don't know if she'll see it and get here or not, but I don't know if all of y'all heard me. I have told Rex to go watch the stream that
Spackle.
Spackle was doing so he could get a little bit of education. And don't think bad of any of us because I'm going to tell you it's all lies. And you'll hear because she's doing commentary on it. So it's really, really bad. And there are probably one or two of them listening to us right now. So, hi, y'all. Um, but yeah, we are going to change our focus and start worrying about, bringing awareness about veterans. We might be small, but we're a bunch of older ladies that can be very, very loud. I know
Oh
we all can. And we've got Clockwork Rex with us too. I hope you become a regular with us, Rex.
yeah. I will try.
You're always welcome. I usually stream. I'll tell you this. I, I sometimes stream on Mondays, but I always try to do Wednesday and Sundays. Now
Okay.
I know this is Friday, but I had streams planned for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. My stream for last night got we tossed it, and so we did do Wednesday. You were with us, and then we have done tonight, and then Sunday we are going to do a game night. Um, Charla, that was in our chat, is making us a trivia questions. She used to work. She did PR. Charlotte did with a bunch of musicians like Garth Brooks and oh my gosh, a lot of them. She could name them all. I can't. But she always puts us a good trivia together. So that's what
Sounds
we're
good.
going to do Sunday night. And then Wednesday night, I think, um, I'll have to think about how we can. I'll have to think about it. But I think, no, I know. Wednesday night, I'm going to find a one of the things on here, one of the videos on YouTube that are about the homeless, and I'm going to specifically see if I can just find it about vets, and we're going to go from there. How does that sound?
Pretty good. Pretty
Okay,
good.
good. I usually try to keep my streams to an hour because uh, on the I use the free version of StreamYards,
Yeah.
so they only give you like 20 hours a month with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could keep talking for another hour, but then at the end of the month, I can't do any streams until I like to take. Yes, the drama. He's gonna go watch the drama. Moby, you're agreeing with me about what we're gonna do, and I know that she can help me find some stuff too because she's always sending me videos. So, Rex, I'll talk to you after. Stay with me after we end the stream, and I need
Oh,
to
sure.
ask you. I'll ask you something. So I appreciate all of y'all coming by here. I know y'all were enjoying Spackle, but we can watch the replay. Um, and I'm proud everybody came by here. Yeah, I know you will, Moby. I know you'll help me find some stuff. And that's what we're going to turn our attention to. So, everybody, my mouth is so dry, it's like sticking together. Okay.
But
Everybody, find.
I've got a funny army story.
Okay.
All right. We were in Japan, me and
Uh,
my friend.
uh,
We went to have some real Japanese food. All
uh,
right. Like authentic. We went in
right.
this one restaurant and a dude had an octopus on his plate and it was still alive. He ate it whole while it was alive, like in one gulp. Me and my friend looked at each other and said, "We're going to go find someplace else to eat." Like, yeah, uh-uh.
I would have went to McDonald's. I'd have found the nearest McDonald's
Mhm.
because I know they got to be there.
Well,
Oh,
the really gross part was is he was went to pick it up, and the suckers on the arms of the octopus was holding on to the plate.
oh my God.
Yeah, it was like no.
It wanted to live.
Yeah,
It was
he,
just like an octopus throat on a plate. It wasn't seasoned or
yeah, it was
nothing.
raw octopus. Yeah, raw,
And
still alive octopus. Yeah,
and they eat that over there?
yeah, yeah. It's a delicacy apparently to them. So, but
Oh.
it wasn't a great big one. It was probably about the size of well, it was the size of the plate that it was on, so about a dinner plate size.
How do you do that in one gulp?
I don't know, but he did. It
Oh,
must
can you
be.
imagine that going down your throat?
No, no, thank you.
Then then things sticking to your ugh,
Hmm.
no way.
Yeah, that's why we left. We were like, look, uh,
What do you mean we can get that stuff here, Moby?
Oh, you can.
Americans eat that too?
Yep. You can
Ooh,
get pretty much anything you want in California.
ooh.
Yeah.
Now I have eaten little bitty tentacles and stuff like in sushi.
Yeah.
Little bitty tiny, little tiny. Like, I mean, they were cut up. Oh, the suckers stick on the way down. Ooh. Have you eat one, Joan? Oh, Moby's nephew did it. Have you eat one? Uh-uh. No way.
No,
No.
I didn't.
It would choke me. I'm afraid that it would get stuck there, that it wouldn't let go. I would never try that. I wouldn't have even done that when I was younger. I'll eat raw tuna. That's it. Oh, you did eat one, a very small one. Ooh, oh my gosh. So how can it taste like anything? That would have to be kind of like when somebody puts an oyster in their mouth and lets it just slide down their throat.
Yeah.
Have you ever eat oysters that way, Rex?
Not raw. No, I'll eat them fried, but
Yeah, I
not
haven't eaten them.
raw.
Yeah. Um. Uh. No. Okay. So we're going to end the stream on knowing that Moby don't like raw fish, and oh my
As
God, but Moby
snail.
likes. Woo!
Uh, I saw that in France. I saw that in France, and I'm pretty sure I ate a horse steak because the restaurant that I went into had like a horse head above the door. And if you don't specifically ask for beef steak, you will get
Yeah.
horse steak.
Oh man.
Hmm.
That was in another country though.
Yeah, that's France. Yeah.
Oh. So Joan said she had to. It would have been rude not to. She was at someone's home. Yeah, I understand that. I get that. I don't know. I could have done it though. I don't know. All right, guys. We are going to. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's eating snails. Nope. Nope. Um, I ate, loved it. I forgot what the hillbilly name for it is, but anyway, it was uh, what do you call bull's balls,
Huh.
Moby? You,
Rocky Mountain oyster.
yes. So in Colorado, at this truck stop that we used to spend a lot of time. Well, it wasn't a truck stop, but we could be bobtailing coming in because we pulled mobile homes, so we could park there bobtail and just had the escort on the back of the pickup on the back of the big truck. So we would stop there at this place, and there was a bar there called Lucy's Bar, and it was close to Aurora, Colorado, where the boy, went into the theater
Oh
dressed as the
yeah.
Joker. Okay, so it was real close to there, and but you could cook your own food there. Steaks they had Outback. Really, it was really nice, and had you pitched horseshoes and stuff like that. So I we used to go there, and I drank a lot of tequila shots there. And every time I did, I would want Rocky Mountain oysters, but they would beat them flat. They made them
Oh.
flat and then fried them, and oh my God, they were so good. But I think the tequila made them better. So I don't. Yeah, I ate a lot of those there. Ate a lot of them. So yes, tequila. Whoo, that man that used to be my drink of choice, Rex. Str-
Oh.
Straight tequila.
Well, I
I'm
had
telling you
some.
right now.
Well, I was in
But
Germany and I had 3 shots of absinthe, like the real stuff, the
yeah,
wormwood stuff.
yeah.
I didn't remember what happened after that third shot for 3 days. I woke up in the hotel room and I was like, whoa, because we were on leave. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. I love the stuff. I used to drink that stuff until I would literally have to go to bed and pass out in the bed. Um I love it. I mean, I got up to where I could nearly drink a fifth by myself. I wouldn't quite finish it, but I was drinking that stuff hard, hard, hard. The worm, yes, the worm. Mescal, yes, 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 yes. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Rex, I appreciate so much you being here with me tonight. Like I said, Sunday night we're doing trivia. Next Wednesday night we're going to put together the homelessness in America, veteran stuff. That's what we're going to get into for a little bit and see if we can. Jose was my friend. Yep. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great night tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming by.
Everybody take care. You
Yep.
know, if you can't be good at it.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, gosh. They'll all run with that for sure. We got a good group here. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Rex hanging tight.
uh,
Hold on just a second. We gotta